Good Thursday morning, East Tennessee. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. It is another cold morning, but everything is relative, don't you think? After yesterday's morning low of 8 degrees, we're now at 18. Hey, that's a 10-degree improvement. It is, but I mean, if you have to be outside, let's face it, it's still brutal. Normal low is 30. And to be fair, McGee-Tyson was 14 at 5 a.m. Well, it's now 6:40. The 6 o'clock reporting was 18. So we've actually moved up 4 degrees. May not feel like it, but there's a light wind out of the southwest. You can see those red arrows kind of swimming up from the Southern Valley. It's 12 in Athens, 19 in Madisonville, 15 in Crossville. I'm kind of curious to know how cold you are this morning. There is not, I repeat, not much in the way of wind. So 18 feels like 18. That's kind of the way it goes. We've got calm winds, but it is 16 in Oak Ridge, Clinton, 16 in Wartburg, and 14 in Campbell County there in Jacksboro. If you've got a comment, we'd love to say good morning to you. I've got 2 comments from YouTube. Very quickly, YouTube, Steve Stone, with a picture of his Jeep. His black Jeep there. He says, good morning, happy face and sunshine. Needed 97 says, good morning, David. Let's warm up, please. I think we can warm up. I think it's going to be gradual. There'll be a magical time, which I'm going to reveal. If you stick around for the entire live stream, you'll know what I'm talking about. But there's a magical time, and I'll explain why it's magical coming up here in a few moments. But it is interesting to see these numbers because 18 is certainly cold. That's 12 degrees below normal, given the fact that we were 14 last hour, we were 14. Normal low is 30. So this is a caliber of cold that is very cold, but compared to the single digits that many of us experienced yesterday, it's a little bit better. Everything is relative. Now, where there is some wind, it feels like 8 in Jamestown, feels like 9 in Oneida. Good morning to you, Scott County. 8 in Wartburg and 10 in Crossville, Lake Tansy, Fairfield, Glade. You feel like 10 degrees, 13 in Newport. The winds, really not much of a factor. It feels like 15 in Maryville. I got some zeros. That's the calm wind across the area, but where it seems to be moving, 8, 9 miles an hour across Oneida, Jamestown, you have a little bit of a wind chill. Wind gusts in the Smokies are a little bit higher than 10 in some cases. That's no surprise, but generally we're going to find some high clouds and then generally mostly sunny. A few high clouds, then mostly sunny. So these southern clouds, as they were, are covering most of Atlanta this morning and into central sections of South Carolina. So from Georgia to South Carolina, there's more cloud cover at the moment. Visibility is not an issue. Fog is not an issue, so we can scratch that off the list. Let's show you the highs today. 41 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. That's the first time we've been above freezing in quite some time, like 3.5 to 4 days. 3.5 to 4 days. We've been below freezing since essentially Sunday night, and here it is. Is it Thursday morning? It is Thursday morning. Something weird about that. 3.5 to 4 days. Reminds me of last January when it was so cold. We felt like we were in the frozen tundra, and all of a sudden it finally got warmer and everybody rejoiced, or some of us did. Team Spring rejoiced. I don't know about Team Snow. Team Snow could keep it cold the entire winter season, I think, as long as it's snowing or has the potential to snow. But I digress. Today's going to be mostly sunny. Look for a high of 42 Kingston, 41 Knoxville, Maryville, Alcoa, and 41 degrees in Clinton, Norris, and Maynardville. About 40 for Newport, 39 for Jefferson City and Morristown. Now, the future wind chill, given the fact that it's going to be 41, it's not going to feel like it. You knew I'd say that because the winds, even though they're light and variable now, if not out of the southwest, we will see wind speeds pick up 5 to 15 this afternoon, gusting 20 to 25. So what does that mean? That means by lunchtime, it still feels like it's 30, and even though the expected high, actual temperature with sunshine, will make it into the low 40s, I believe, it may not feel much warmer than the mid-30s because the wind chill is always going to take a little bit of the edge off that temperature, a little bit off the bottom line. So again, wind chills this afternoon, still in the 30s, but my expectation is that we will actually hit 41 this afternoon. Sun's up at 7:42. And it goes to bed at 5:54. I got some notes here. I know you like this. Some of you do. Let's see here. Normal high. Oh, my other piece of paper. I've got 2 pieces of paper. You know it's a lot of note taking when I got 2 pieces of paper today. Yesterday's high was 31. We hit that at 5:05 in the afternoon, based on the records of McGee-Tyson. And let's see here. And 8 was the low. That's very cold. And the last time we were at 8, you ready for this? Was the 16th of January last year. We hit 5 on the 18th. We hit 6 degrees on the 21st. I'm talking about last January. And we did fall to 0 on January 17th, 2024. So, and then 10 on the 20th. We had like 5 days in the epic, brutal cold air. This year, it's been so far, I believe it's just been about 3. Maybe today's 4. Because we've had 8 yesterday, it was 13, then 12, and then this morning 14. So given the fact that everything's relative, there will be some improvement. The record high today is 72. Doesn't that sound nice? That was from 1999, back when Bill Clinton was in the White House. 2 degrees, the record low, back when JFK, 1963, and FDR, 1936, was in the White House. So you've got 2 degrees as the record low. We're not going to be anywhere near that, thankfully. And our days are getting longer. How about a minute, 35 seconds? Woohoo! That means we get 1 minute and 35 seconds more of daylight today as compared to yesterday. I think that's a sweet deal. You didn't bargain for that, but hey, it's there. Gotta love it. Steve is on here. I want to say good morning to Steve. He is noting, I love it, an observation. He's got weather of 15 degrees in Oak Ridge. Thank you, Steve. Fred is also reporting down in Blount County. He's got a chilly 15 in Maryville. He's got 2 cups of virtual coffee. It's coffee time. Fred, glad to see you here. I want to say good morning to my snow commissioner. This is Hallie. She's figured out a close-up. Her picture, see, her face is bigger on this picture because she took a picture. You take a far, far away selfie, you look tiny, but I'm glad to see your beautiful face there, Hallie. And Marilyn Bell says, good morning, happy Thursday. It's 12 here. 12 degrees here in White Pine. Prayers for California as the wildfires are raging again. It is very sad, very sad. And of course, I do know that we're going to continue, at least in our path, we're not going to see much in the way of rain this week. I do think we're going to have opportunities later on next week. But as far as our weather is concerned, bus stop forecast, some early high clouds and mostly sunny. Bus is going to roll in, roll out, temperatures in the teens. By 10 a.m. should make it to about 25. I don't know if there's any school delays for the cold, but if it were, we'd be around 25 at 10. And between 2 and 3:30 should be in the upper 30s to low 40s. About 39 at 2. I have us about 41 around 3 o'clock today. Here's the high temperatures for the month. I find this fascinating because if you look at this closely, we've now had 18 blue squares. That means we've had 18 days out of 22. 18 days out of a possible 22 so far. That's been below average. Below average. That means, what, 81%. I had to figure that out. 81.8%, but that's what Captain Accurate does. He figures this out. 81.8%, that's about 82% of the month has been cold. And now, what, only 2 days? That's all we could muster. That was back on the, was it the 16th and 17th? Last Thursday, we had an above average day. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the low to mid 50s? And that's what you'll see in my 7-day. We're going to duplicate low to mid 50s Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. So you have something to look forward to. Hopefully, if you're on Team Spring, it's not all bleak and it's not all gloomy. Ultimate Doppler radar presented by your local Marco's Pizza does not show any precipitation, although some stray flurries may be found tomorrow. I'll talk more about that in a moment. But a review of the clock and a review of the last 8 hours shows nothing to see here. By the way, Marcos.com, a great place to go if you're looking for make some lunch plans. Maybe you don't want to get out in this cold and you'd like some delivery. Ooh, I like delivery. I like a lot of delivery. Sounds great. Oh, and they have locations. Did I mention? They're in Hardin Valley. They're in Farragut. They're in Blount County and Maryville, Fountain City Halls. You can find a Marco's Pizza in Anderson County, in Oak Ridge. They're in Middlebrook Pike and they're on Ebenezer Road. They give back to East Tennessee Children's Hospital. And if you're looking for a magnificent lunch idea, check out the Pepperoni Magnifico. Less than $10. You got to love it. And my favorite, Pizzoli, is pictured at the top. This is the pepperoni and sausage for less than $6. A great lunch idea. You can have it delivered to your home or workplace. Pepperoni, chicken, bacon ranch, as well as buffalo chicken, just some of the varieties that they have. And when you do order one, make sure you get the dipping sauce, the marinara or the ranch, or anything that you so desire. By the way, the radar, quiet all across the state. Tennessee looks fine. I see some cold weather concerns. Think of this as the old wind chill advisories in teal. The blue areas in Mobile, extreme. Like for them, it is extreme. They've got a snowpack, right? They've got snow cover, which make things a lot colder, and they don't have the snow plows. So some of them are going to have to wait until the snow actually melts. It is still snowing in Michigan. Still snowing around the Great Lakes, and this is the big picture as I wanted to show you this overall. Let me check in with your comments. I'm going to slide this lightning strike over to the left side. But if you have a note, you have an observation, you want to share something with me, I'd love to hear it, love to see it. Brian says, good morning, David. I'm up, go option you this morning, and Facebook. Well, I'm glad you're here, Brian. Lana Johnson says, good morning. She's got her 2 virtual cups of coffee. Have a great day. And I mentioned, I want to say thanks to Lana, Brian, Marilyn, Steve, Hallie, Fred, Needed 97, and Steve Stone. We've had quite a few comments this morning. If you have some notes, I'll keep checking your comments section. By the way, your radar, not showing much, and we've had a pretty dry outlook. 2.09 is all that we've had this month, and we're now on the 23rd day. No rain expected here. The new drought monitor, which you can access on the Captain Accurate weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic, that app is free. You'll be able to access that around 8:30 because that's the weekly report. It comes out at 8:30 like clockwork. So if you're on the app, check it out. 8:30, you'll see the latest observation as far as the drought. There's been probably a little improvement. Things might have gotten worse in your town, your county. You'll be able to see that this morning. But we've had now only 4.9. Only some communities in the south, like Alabama, parts of Georgia, parts of Florida, they've had more snow than we've had in some cases. It's crazy. I know Myrtle Beach, they had some snow in South Carolina that was epic, and they're still talking about it, I'm sure, this morning. 18 the current temperature in Knoxville. It's 11 in Johnson City. These are current readings, mind you. So it is actually 7 degrees colder in the Tri-Cities right now, while it's 5 in Charleston, 19 in Chattanooga. If you happen to be on the road, they're a little bit milder in quotation marks. Memphis, Jackson, Tennessee, both at 25 this morning. And the wind chills, I mentioned we don't have a wind, so we have 18, feels like 18, but it feels like 9 in Lexington, Fayette County, Kentucky, and 10 in Jackson, Kentucky at this particular moment. I've got to show you the headlines because this will summarize everything for you. A bit milder today, turning a bit milder. Once we climb into the upper 30s, low 40s. I have us at 41 today. And oh yes, colder tomorrow. Wait a minute. I thought you said it was going to get warmer. It will, but we have a little hiccup on Friday because we have a little spoke of energy that's going to keep it cold tomorrow. So we'll warm up today, get colder tomorrow, and then we warm up for the weekend. I know that's why I have the summary. That's why I have this all on the screen. Highs this week can go back in the 40s, and then highs by midweek next week are in the 50s. Oh. So, but I still have to deal with some stray flurries. Yeah, some of you will say, I saw a flurry. Did you forecast this? Yes, I did. If you don't pay attention, you don't know what I'm going to say. But I can put this on a headline so you can see it. Stray flurries are possible tomorrow. So if you see a flake tomorrow, I thought we were done with this. No, winter, my friend, is just getting started. As my premium members know, February is going to be a fun month. Fun month! A fun month. You have to find out. If you want to join us, love to have you join us. But I'll explain more about that on the premium side. Temperatures, oh yes. Look at these numbers. I mean, how often do you see 25 in Destin? Now, that may be the airport. Maybe it's 25 at the beach. Maybe on the sands. Maybe it's snow-covered sand. Whatever it is in Destin. They're at 23, as that's the report. But a huge temperature gradient. Orlando Disney World at 43. And it's 55 in Miami. Wow. I mean, 55 is cold if you have to wear flip-flops and shorts and a bathing suit, whatever, in Miami. But it's only 1 in Minneapolis and -4 in Caribou. Those are the current readings around the country. You throw in some wind chill, and my goodness, what do you see? -12 Caribou, -14 Des Moines. The good news is this is going to slowly retreat. Let me illustrate it. Let me graphically show you how and why things are going to change. Now, the Arctic blast that we've been experiencing is now moving over the New England area. So we're talking Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. That's the purple area there. But then there's a little spoke of energy that's coming down from Chicago, coming down to Indianapolis, and may work its way toward Nashville, Cookeville, and Knoxville, because this is 2 o'clock tomorrow. And you're like, I thought it was supposed to warm up. Not on Friday. No. In fact, we'll be lucky to get out of the mid to upper 30s tomorrow. It might be a tad colder tomorrow afternoon, simply because this little piece of energy has to work its way through, and then all of a sudden the warmer colors start to arrive. I say warmer in quotation marks because by Sunday we should be in the Saturday and Sunday the mid 40s in the afternoon, and by Tuesday, Wednesday we should be climbing back up into the lower to mid 50s. See those green colors in Atlanta, Memphis? That's going to be sliding in here by mid next week. And then there's a battle. There's a battle I see just north of Chicago. Another purple blob of cold air around Detroit. That's going to try and come back down here in time. Valley Planner, now you stuck out or hung on the live stream long enough. Let me circle the special number, 35, 1 o'clock. Just go ahead and put that in your pocket. That's the first time in 3.5 to 4 days that we've been above freezing. So doing a chin up. We've been holding our breath if you're not a fan of winter. We've been below freezing because yesterday's high was 31. I thought we'd get to 32, and the only communities that got above 32, it appears, was Athens and Tellico Plains in the Southern Valley. So if you're in the Southern Valley, Nyota, Philadelphia, Sweetwater, there's a good chance you did get above freezing, but not Knoxville. No. Knoxville hit a high of 31 yesterday. That means our string of hours, our string of days below freezing is now 3.5 to 4 days. And I do think we turn that corner at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Yay! Yay! Some of you are leaping for joy. That means the special hour. That might be the time you get out of the house and say, yay, I'm free. Well, you're free until it gets below freezing later tonight, right? Because by the time we get to 8 o'clock tonight, we're back below freezing. We're heading down to 22 tonight. But at least for a couple of hours, from 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4, you're above freezing. And maybe you feel like psychologically that's something you wanted to be reminded of. Mostly sunny, turning a bit milder. Happy that you're here. If you're on the call, it is now 6:56. I got a note from Crystal. She's a Woohoo Team Springer. She says Woohoo 50s. I think I'm right there with you, Crystal. I love all seasons, believe me. But sometimes I like a little bit of a break. Janet Potts is saying 13. Brr, that's cold. 13 degrees right now in Talbot. So if you're in Talbot, you're near Talbot, Janet wanted you to know she's got 13 degrees. Bundle up, everyone. Have a nice day. And Brian is on here. He's on YouTube. He's got the little red YouTube icon bottom right of his comment. He's got 15 degrees in Cumberland County, 15 degrees in Lake Tansy. Brian, thank you for that. I appreciate that very much. And I got another note from LB Johnson. He says it's a good time, y'all, to do some cold water trout fishing. Ooh, you never know. You might have success. You might be the only fishing out there. You might be less competition. This kind of cold air, some people love it, and if that's your thing, I hope you'll enjoy it. Let me know what kind of success you have. Dawn Coleman says ready for more snow. She's ready. So how can we go from Dawn's comment, ready for more snow, and Crystal's comment, who says woohoo 50s? That's what's nice about East Tennessee. Everybody has an opinion, and that's why I like to see your comments. So very much appreciate you. It is 6:57. My goal is to be done in 3 minutes. 3 minutes is what traditional television typically gives you, right? You got 3 minutes, go. And then if someone's like, wrap, 30 seconds, a minute, you have to kind of hurry it up. So I'm going to do my best to be done in about 3 minutes. 2 minutes now. I have some stray flurries on Friday. 20% chance of rain on Monday. Monday looks like a southern system, much like we had yesterday in Myrtle Beach, but it's a rain event. It's a rain event on Monday, so my expectation is only spotty rain on Monday, but I do have some stray flurries on Friday. That's the way I see it breaking down. Storm Prediction Center does a great job 365 days of the year, but some days they really don't have much to see. And today is one of those, there's not much to see. No coloring across the lower 48, which means not only no severe storms, we don't even have thunderstorms to highlight. I believe we have some on Saturday, but Friday, another day, a nothing burger in terms of severe weather around the country, and certainly nothing in Tennessee. But then all of a sudden, by Saturday, if you have family in Houston, maybe in parts of Louisiana, there will be a few general thunderstorms developing. Not a big deal. So that's where things are developing on Saturday. So let's skip ahead and go to the Futurecast. You can see there's a weak front trying to approach this morning. That's going to take those clouds out of the picture. So it's a mostly sunny or bright finish across the area. Maybe a few flakes in West Virginia. Can we make a few flurries tomorrow? I think the answer is yes. You see it kind of fighting a little bit, some of the blue flashing in and out. But if a few stray flurries develop tomorrow, don't be surprised. Heading into Saturday, we're back to a mostly sunny day. We finish around 45. Got to love that. And by Sunday, I think we'll get more clouds on Sunday. Temperatures around 45 as well. I don't see the rain making it this far north of Huntsville. And I don't see much of a mix. I think it's further south of Atlanta. How about that? So we're going to keep it quiet. We're going to keep it dry, primarily on Sunday night and into Monday. Monday, I got spotty rain. So here's the forecast. It's now 6:59, 41 the high, mostly sunny today. Maybe a few extra clouds in the morning, but they're going to pass. A bit milder. Winds are going to pick up 5 to 15, could gust 20, 25. Heading to today, about 39 in Morristown, 36 for Crossville, 42 for Athens, and 41 Oak Ridge. Knoxville, if you're on the road today, 42 in Nashville, 41 in Chattanooga, and 35 in the Tri-Cities, only 33 in Lexington if you're headed north. Look for a pair of 2s tonight, clear evening, but then the clouds will come back tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm expecting hazy sun and clouds with a few stray flurries on Friday. Winds tonight will be light and variable. So tonight, 22 is my expectation. There will be some teens in the plateau. I'm looking at Wartburg, 19, 18 Jamestown, 18 in Crossville, and 18 in Oneida, and about 19 for Sevierville, Pigeon Forge. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. It's 7 o'clock. You knew I could do it. You knew I could finish on time. I like to be on time. 45 Saturday and Sunday. But then, oh, Crystal's going to be excited about Tuesday, Wednesday. Cancel your plans. You could be outside for a long period of time because 51, 56 is above normal. The normal high is 49 by next week. So the normal high today is 48, but the normals are going to be coming up. And seasonally, this is the time we start to come out of the deep throes of winter, or whatever you want to call it. We start to warm back up. And we do see signs of that on Tuesday, Wednesday, but this too shall pass. Like I've said, February, likely to be a fun month if you're on Team Snow. I'm just throwing that out there. I want to be the first to say February, it's going to be amazing. I hope it is. It's going to be an amazing up and down because that's kind of how weather tends to work. By the way, if you want to check out my platform on YouTube, maybe you like that platform at times, the address, the URL on your screen, youtube.com/@CaptainAccurate. What's it cost to join YouTube? Nothing. It's a channel that you can subscribe to. Just click on it and say, I want to follow Captain Accurate on YouTube. Would love to have you join us. The Captain Accurate Weather app is also free. It's with Pete Michaels Traffic. You get traffic, local, and weather perfect together. It's engineered by Barron Weather, which is critical weather intelligence. You get all the National Weather Service alerts, plus the drought monitor, which comes out today, plus power outages, plus 3 extras, plus lightning alerts. And did I mention it's free? It's free. That's what I say is fantastic. And if you haven't downloaded, you can also put it on your iPad. Now, something that's not free is extra information from yours truly. I would love to have you join us on our premium service. It's just $4.99 a month. Notice I didn't say a day or a week. $4.99. Some of you spend more than that on a cup of coffee and then don't think about it. But $4.99 at 16 cents a day is all it costs to have the best East Tennessee weather, in my view. Now, you're the first to see my snow forecast, and there's the URL. You can also hit the subscribe button at the top of my Facebook post. But first to see my snow forecast, you are the first, and as many of my premium members were, they were able to see my 15-minute video called My Winter Weather Outlook. I came out with that on the 28th of October. And as I had premium members share with me, they said, some of the local people have already busted. I bet they have. I bet they have because they didn't have much hope for this winter, but I did. I said, watch it. And now we have some wild cards that may be coming in February. My goodness, you got to check out this video so you can see what I said in late October and compare and contrast it to what we've seen so far. First to see every forecast if you're a premium member, one of the benefits of that. Plus, we focus on weather that goes beyond the next 7 days. We're in late February now. We've well past Valentine's Day. You know, you think some of the stores put up Valentine's Day decorations. Really, we're 30 days in the future. That's how far out. And we're looking for patterns. We're looking for trends. We're looking for consistency in the weather so that people can plan. I got truck drivers, school teachers, you name it. I got seniors, I got students. I got all kinds of people from all walks of life that love weather. You might find this group very, very appealing. We do more Facebook Lives, typically on Sunday. So they're receiving about, 4 or 5, depending on how many Sundays there are in a month, extra Facebook Lives by joining Premium. And you get fewer ads if you join us on Premium. Would love to have you join us. It's very easy. Just hit the subscribe button at the top of my Facebook page. Well, my name is David Aldrich. It's not easy being accurate. We'll see you here next time. Take care.